Hi, welcome to my channel, everybody. This is Intuitive Insights in Tarot with me. I'm Scott Yates. Check everything's ready. Sorry for the delay. Having some technical difficulties with my camera. And everything looks good now. Let me check something here. Yep. How's it going with everybody today? Hope you're all had a great weekend or having a great weekend. I certainly did. We got a new member of the family. It's keeping me busy. See if I can call him over here. Hey, come here. Come on. People want to see you. This is why I didn't go live last weekend. I'd only had him for a couple of days. So come here. How are you, Cherie?
Oh, doing pretty good. It was fair weekend, so I took the girls out to the concerts Friday night and we had a good time.
All right. Okay. Leave the cat alone. So let me go and check in on the chat real quick and say hello to some people. Oh, there he is. There's Jetson. Jetson Jet. We just call him Jetson or Jet.
Beautiful kitty.
Yeah, he's
Mm.
been doing pretty good. He's mostly mellow, really mellow. Um, he's been trying to be friends with Lenny. Lenny doesn't want anything to do with him. He's really warming up with Sandy. They're they like they've been I've caught them cuddling a couple of times up
Oh,
close.
good.
Pardon me, and sneeze.
There's Rosebud. Hi, Rosebud. Hope you're having a good weekend. And of course, Frank is with us. Hi, Frank. Hope you're feeling better.
Yeah, I'm glad to see Frank's there. That reminds me of something. I don't talk about this stuff enough, and I'm not talking about this because I'm trying to do a commercial or anything, but if you want to feel healthier, feel stronger after workouts, if you have things that are slowing you down, this stuff can really help. And that's why I'm glad to see Frank in there because if you want to learn more about ASEA and how it can help you and all the benefits of it and how to get it, um, Frank, you should drop your email in the chat and people should contact you. And Frank, I'm going to have you on and I want you to be able to tell us all about it yourself because I know that ASEA really does help with self signaling and makes us stronger. And I also wanted to recognize my where are they members who have joined because I couple new members have joined recently.
Oh, good.
So here. Want to go over to my studio page. Why do that? I was thinking about this recently. How, pardon me. I got to blow my nose. This is embarrassing. Uh, oh, am I muted? No. Where am I? No. Hold on just a second. I feel like this is a Mercury retrograde start to the show today.
Most definitely.
Yeah, it took me a while to get started, and now I just wanted to bring up a show. Well, I don't have I'm not gonna show it to you, but I just want to look at my. I want to shout out the new members who joined recently. See where it is. I'm doing this on the computer almost always. I do stuff on my phone. Here we go, memberships. So it's not a whole lot of people that joined, but I just want. I think I wanted to thank Diane LaRope. She joined 2 days ago. So thank you for that, Diane. Oh, but it looks like she rejoined. I can see that because she's got the green chakra level. And then
Oh,
Spring Bolt joined 20 days ago. Thank you. Lisa Fair, also around 20 days ago. A bunch of people oh, this was from when I did that's when I did the freebie giveaway 20 days ago. YouTube lets me give away like 10 free memberships a month, I think, at least last time. But yeah, Diane first joined 8 months ago. So thank you to her. And I was just thinking recently how lucky I am to have this channel to be able to put my views out there and talk about things I like to talk about, and really just to meet you guys and answer your questions on YouTube. That's really what I'm here for. But I also have something to share with you today from Tina. And what was that you said about Tina with the med beds for you, Sheree? Think she's sending you one?
she sent me information on the size of a med bed. So, and she said she wanted to make sure that the houses that I look at out in Oregon is big enough for the family plus a room for the med bed.
Oh yeah, okay, and that reminds me of something I want to clear up. When I was reading those emails, and by the way, um, I'm just passing on that information. I and it's like I don't know that the stuff. I just like I said, I was just reading it, but I mentioned the tokens in the email. It says that like you purchase so many tokens, and then you're eligible for this med bed or that med bed. And people made comments. Med beds are meant to be free. You don't have to pay for them. You don't have to buy them. And yes, that's absolutely true. And what the tokens are is for the ICO. And if you see the thumbnail for this video today is called is ICO, and that stands for Initial Coin Offering. And I've had to look it up a little bit to try to understand what it is. And I really don't understand this stuff much at all. But it's similar to an IPO, and that's an initial public offering. So like when a startup company goes public and they start selling shares, that's what the ICOs are. They're people who are buying shares of a kind of crypto or something like that. And so the tokens are basically shares. And depending on how many tokens you invest in the ICO determines the med bed you're going to get. And this is only for the ASX ICO. Um, and I found out that the AUG ICO, which is the one that Tina put in under my name and under Cherie's name, um, those remember when I said, Sheree, that every house would come with a med bed in each room? That's
Yeah.
only for that's the ASX group. So
Okay.
they're the ones that they're like the ones that are going to be spreading med beds around the world. Ours is more for like personal. I mean, of course, you can use it for anybody, but anyways, that's how I understood it after I went back and asked Tina about it. Another
Okay.
comment somebody made was that there were no mobile med beds, and according to the information that Tina sent me, yes, there are. There are these cool looking vans. She sent me a picture of that. It kind of looked like an electric vehicle, actually, the van. Um, which maybe would make sense because then you have the power source, right, in the form of these batteries to run the
Mm-hmm.
med bed as well. So I don't know why you would think that a med bed could not be mobile. All it needs is enough space, and you saw the dimensions; they're not that big, so you could fit one in a van. So, anyways, I
I
just
would
want to clear up those things.
definitely. I don't see why not. Even if it's
So
in a
yeah,
semi-trailer, it's still mobile.
right. So yeah, I never said that you would have to pay for med beds. I'm going to make that very clear. The med beds are free, and they're going to the people who are investing in the ICOs, the initial coin offerings. Okay, so I just want to clear that up. Um, just checking in on the chat here, and still haven't figured out how to work this thing properly. It's weird. Okay, there it is. Hello, Rosebud. Okay, so let me get into this. I don't have a whole lot to share with you guys today. Fine. Well, I'm on the right. Oh, I'm on the wrong page. Got too many emails to go through now.
I know she sent me about 8 of them, and it took me a while to get through all of them.
Oh, really? So what? Just like this is probably the same information she was sending me.
No, each of hers was a different house for me to have
Oh,
Victoria look at. She sent each one in a different email. So I ended up with a whole bunch of emails, which I thought was really nice of her.
yeah, that she's taken the time to do that is okay.
Yeah,
Here it is.
really.
Australian gold. Yeah, okay, here it is. And it's not a long email. This is, as I said in the thumbnail on the thumbnail, the title of the show. This is from Sam Mostyn. So this is actually taken from the Telegram group where Sam often chimes in to let people know how things are going. And this is from a couple of weeks ago. And so Sam says, thank you so much for reaching out and for your patience, encouragement, and trust in AUG. I know the weeks and for some of you months of waiting have felt long, and I'm truly sorry for every bit of uncertainty you've endured. The sheer scale of this project, transforming promises into real world assets at a global level, has required more time than any of us anticipated. I can't apologize enough for the delays, but I promise you we are almost there. Here's where we stand. AUG is nearly ready. We're in the final stretch of testing and auditing every component, smart contracts, asset transfers, distribution protocols, and our brand new mobile app. This app will be your personal command center, giving you instant visibility into your AUG token balance, asset allocations, and any further token launches right from your phone. 2, your assets are secured behind the scenes. Our bot has successfully recorded every property, vehicle, yacht, and jet you submitted, even if you haven't seen your double check mark on the front end. The selections are safely stored in our immutable ledgers. What happens next? This is number 3. What happens next? Issue resolution. If any specific asset you picked turns out to be unavailable or needs replacement, our team will message you directly, so you won't need to keep chasing updates. Delivery window. We remain on track to begin key issuance and asset transfers in the coming weeks. As soon as everything is signed, sealed, and double-checked, you'll receive your delivery instructions. I know you deserve more than soon, so please accept our deepest gratitude for your understanding. You are the heart of this movement, and I can't wait for you to see your rewards in action. We'll share another update as soon as we hit the finish line, which I promise is right around the corner. Thank you again for your unwavering support and the future of we've dreamed of is about to arrive. With immense appreciation, Sam Mostyn. Now, I can almost feel people out there rolling their eyes because of the waiting. And this was 2 weeks ago, and she says weeks. But I know this is coming in whatever form. If it's not in this form, then it'll be in another form. So I am just very grateful to be given this opportunity to even be a part of this in any way, no matter what happens.
Very true. Same here.
So, I have a visitor here in Thailand from America. Well, I shouldn't call him a visitor. He's left America for good after getting involved in the January 6th event of 2021. He went there as a independent journalist. For some reason, he decided to go into the Capitol building, and so later on, they tracked him down, arrested him. He was arrested more than once. He spent 6 months in jail, and he finally just decided he had to get out of America for good. Anyhow, that's not the point. The point is he's been staying here in this town for about 10 days, 2 weeks. And he's one of these people who believes that we're still on the negative timeline.
Mm.
And I find it really hard to spend a lot of time around him because he sees everything from the perspective of the negative timeline. And when I try to tell him that that's not the timeline I'm on, he doesn't get it. And I'm worried, Sheree, that he's going to pollute my timeline, by I talk about this all the time, how we have to be careful about who we allow into our circle of
Mhm.
influence. Because I almost feel like he's muddying the water here around me, or bringing down my vibration. You know what I
And
mean?
especially, yeah, and especially right now with Mercury retrograde is kind of a bad time to have that type of energies going on. Yeah, definitely.
So it got me thinking about how for for so long I've been able to insulate myself here, and I haven't had those types of negative influences. Whenever I come across them online, I can easily just block them or ignore them, not read them. And it got me thinking how many of you must deal with this kind of thing every day. uh,
Hmm.
do you have any people like that in your life, Cherie? So but then again, maybe not, because most of you who are watching this channel and you follow people like Janine and Honey, um, you don't have close friends and family members who are also in that, right? Even if they are, or on the dark side.
No, and I don't have so-called friends. I have acquaintances that I talk to, like my uh, co-worker Connie when she comes in on Sundays. She and I will chat for a few minutes, and she wonders how things are going and how I see things, and we'll talk for a little bit. But my brother, he's more into the old timeline still. He's still, but my sister-in-law is more in tune with me and what I'm saying. So it's I don't have a whole bunch of people in my life, and what few I do is not all that negative. My brother can be, but thank heavens my sister-in-law kind of evens him out.
Yeah, so it just made me realize how I really need to protect myself from that kind of vibration. And he's not completely negative. He used to be really bad. Like he would call me all kinds of, I'm like when if I talk about Q, I'm in a Q cult. He calls it a cult, which I'm not really a part of that. I monitor it, I listen to it, but I'm not really, I have never been on 4chan, or I've never really followed the Q drops. I've never tried to decode them, but I do pay attention to it. Anyway, I just something I was thinking about.
I'm sure with people out there in workforce probably comes across a bit more of the negative than what I do in my area. But a
Well, what
lot of
I'm thinking about
times,
are the people who are like, okay, your typical conspiracy theorist. Like I'm a conspiracy theorist, right? Like I, I know that there were chemtrails, right? I know chemtrails was a real thing,
mm-hmm,
and I know that they had heavy heavy metals in them, and maybe the spike protein, the same thing that was in the jab in the arm. But a few months ago, when people start asking me to do reads on chemtrails, like my private clients and things like that, I started getting that they weren't negative, that they were positive. And then I talked to Honey about it. She said the same thing. So there's always a positive answer for all this stuff. Oh, it's like I wanted to talk about do a reading on the war that Thailand's in with Cambodia right now. How many people know about that?
Yeah, I read a little bit of that this weekend.
Yeah, so let me get my cards out because I'm talking with a friend of mine who Dr. Heath Motley, and he is a big believer and follower of Q, and he keeps me informed on a lot of stuff. And actually, it was my idea. I thought, well, what if the Thai military, who I do believe are under the control of the White Hats now, I'm not going to bore you with all the Thai politics, but there's this gentleman named Thaksin Shinawat and the Shinawat family. And they seem to be a cabal family, much like the Bushes, because they managed to get rid of Thaksin, the the patriarch, and then his sister or daughter or somebody, she got elected, just like the Bushes.
Ah,
And
okay.
these seem to be a family that's connected with old bloodlines and the cabal, and they were overthrown one time before by the military. So it seems like we have this division where there's this cabal family, the Shinawats, and then they seem to be at odds with the military.
Okay.
And so this activity fired up once again with Myanmar. And I got to apologize for my camera. It's a little wonky. So about it's kind of a long story. It starts in 2011 with this temple that was given World Heritage status, and it's right on the border with Cambodia and Thailand. And when the French colony left Cambodia 100 years ago or whatever it was, they drew a line there and they didn't really make it clear. So nobody knows exactly where the border line is. And this temple is like right in that spot. And so when they made it a World Heritage Site, Cambodia claimed it as theirs and Thailand claimed it as theirs. This was back in 2011. And there was a little bit of fighting over it back then, but then they they got that settled down. And for some reason, about a week ago, this fired up again. And it's gotten pretty bad. I heard 100 people, 100 Thais have been killed in fighting.
Ooh,
Yeah, it's gotten really bad. Um, Cambodia launched missiles into Thailand that now, I mean, it's horrible that it killed children and citizens, okay, innocent people. But I kind of had to laugh because they fire these missiles and they're not guided missiles. They just kind of send them in the direction they want them to go, and they hit a 7-Eleven. And one of the comments in the article I was reading said, this just proves one point. If you fire missiles into Thailand, you're bound to hit a 7-Eleven because they're everywhere. If you those of you who've never been to Thailand, there's like a 7-Eleven on every corner. Um,
oh dear.
but this seems really odd to me that this fired up now. And this started in 2011, and why now? And I had this idea. What if the Thai military, who are under control of the White Hats, and that's who I think they are, were taking out pockets of the cabal that were left over in Cambodia? And for those of you who don't know, Cambodia has been a hotbed of human trafficking, with especially with little ones, um, and like some really dark, disturbing things went on over there. And the things I've heard about that I don't even want to mention here because they're so bad. Um, so that's why I want to do a reading with the cards. Is that what's going on here, or or is it something more, just an argument between two sovereign nations over a temple? All right.
Sounds good.
So I know this. A lot of people may not be interested in this topic, but I am. And if I'm right that this is part of the larger war, and the mop up that's going on of the let me make my cards bigger here, of the cabal, then this would be interesting for everybody to hear. Let me know if my view's okay with the cards, Cherie. Like it's not obscuring my
Okay.
face on the video.
Just a
We wouldn't,
second, gotta catch up.
whoops, wouldn't want my face obscured. Okay, that looks good. All right, so I just cut, and so here we go. Let me do it this way. This is Thailand and this is Cambodia. Oh, chariot. Wow. Talking about a war and the chariot pops up. Oh,
Okay, on YouTube, your camera view is way over to the other side of your, and is out of frame completely.
huh.
So bring it towards your, bring it towards your tiger.
Right. Let's see. That's weird. Oh, okay.
I have to wait for YouTube to catch up again.
Yeah, that was weird. How's it look now? Is it caught up yet?
No, it hasn't caught up yet. Just a minute.
So the cards aren't even on the screen. I'm looking at it now myself on YouTube. All right. Wow, how did that
That's
happen?
a little bit better. Yeah, when I'm looking at you at Zoom, it's over your face,
Put it over
but
here.
there on YouTube is
Well,
not.
Mercury retrograde messing with me. All right. Well, listen. Let me get to this reading because, and then I'll be able to show you cards later on.
Okay.
Oh, here we go. So they were there was a holdout for making. I'm just going to say it. I'll say it one time. I don't think I'll get in trouble. Adrenochrome. Can you see my cards now, Sheree?
Yep.
You see
It's
what
in
I'm
front of
looking?
you.
You see what I'm
Yeah, it's
showing
in
you?
front of you. Just a second here. Yeah, okay.
Okay. So this is Thailand. This is Cambodia. We have
Hmm.
innocent children in Cambodia that are being used by satanic forces. And what's been going on is a rescue of them. Um, and definitely the the military, the Thai military is definitely under control of the White Hats. And it's a, a rescue mission that's been going on there. That's the only way I could read. Well, like I said, it was either something mundane that was just going on between two sovereign nations, or what something to do with the cabal. We got the devil right in the middle, next to the card on Cambodia side of innocent children that are being rescued and taken to a place of safety, or at least being uh, saved. Right. Um, by the way, there's strength under this chariot here. The the white hats are in complete control of everything that's going on now. Right. So if you when you see things like this happening, like the ongoing war in Ukraine, I think Ukraine was the heart of the cabal. I mean, that's where Satana is, I believe. It's well, no, that's anyways. I'm not going to go into the details of the politics of it, the global politics of it, but yeah, there you go.
Beautiful, beautiful,
Now
beautiful.
I'm looking at my YouTube, and I got my cards look like they're right over my face. Anyways, it doesn't matter. I can just put the cards away again. Yeah, I did already. All right, so that's what's going on in Thailand between Thailand and Cambodia. I heard Donald Trump chimed in and told both sides to quit it, and now they're already like talking about peace. So it
Also,
didn't
is a quick operation.
right, which makes sense if these are places like this are just hot pockets or hot spots, I should say, where the stuff still exists. Yeah.
Which is a
Makes
whole lot better than the whole tunnel system being worked on and taking a month or two. So that's good news.
well, it didn't make sense to me that Thailand would pick this fight now. Oh, even though they say the Cambodia started it when they attacked a military patrol, and they laid landmines there. But that's probably because they were getting close to where, this stuff was going on.
Mm.
Okay. And does anybody have any questions for the cards? You don't have to buy me a coffee or a super chat to get them. If you have anything going on in your life that you would like an answer for, and you don't mind doing it here live on YouTube, then I'd be happy to do it for you. In the meantime, I do have one other thing. I wrote down some things I want to talk about today. The war with Thailand and Cambodia was one of them. The Medbeds I talked about. The Bugosphere. Have you heard of the Bugosphere?
I had heard about it a while ago, but your video that you posted on Telegram really helped me remember. But that was a while ago since I heard anything about it. It was interesting.
It was only just a few months ago, and I find it absolutely fascinating because they actually. So you guys have heard about these metal spheres, UFOs, that have popped up from time to time,
Hmm.
and so somebody actually found one. It got actually. You know what? I want to just play the video that I shared on Telegram.
Yep, definitely.
Give me a chance to take a short break. And I want to share this with everybody because I want everybody to see this because I find this extremely fascinating. I'm just going to play the whole video for you. Oh, no sound. Where's the sound? Share sound. Oh, because I got the volume turned down. Ah, why is it never simple?
Never is.
There's no sound, right? On your end?
Check.
Oh, yeah, because you got your volume turned down too.
Yep.
See, I turn down the volume when I'm doing my YouTube for because I don't want it to come through. But now I don't see. Yeah, I can hear yours now.
Yep.
Somebody's got a question for the cards. That's nice. And I'll be with you just a minute. I really want to play this video. There's my history. Where's the volume at? I don't know, Shereen.
Okay.
Okay, I guess if you want to see the video, go over to my YouTube channel.
You want to check your settings on YouTube, make sure that everybody's able to comment. So far, I'm only seeing our regular people that are members.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Yep. Participant live coming approve all members. It was set for subscribers only. Live coming to approve all.
That's the third time that YouTube's done that to you.
Yeah, I had it set for everybody when I started. Okay, live commentaries on. Any comments? Okay, there we go. Lost the comment page. Oh, I see Arlene has a comment. Serena Magic.
Yep, Serena joined us.
All right, I'm going to get to those in a minute, but yeah, I wanted to check on this Bugosphere because they're investigating it now. It was found in Colombia, a place called Buga, Colombia, and they put it in the hands of this famous UFO Mexican UFO researcher, and they're doing tests on it. They're finding things like it has anti-gravity properties. It has some kind of technology inside of it. And anyways, is this a hoax or not? That's all I want to know because it's really cool that we've actually got a physical, item like that was a UFO. And then I'll come back and do a couple of questions in the chat. Send me your questions in the chat. And then I'm going to go ahead and end this because I don't know. The Bugosphere. What are its origins? Okay, here's a question. Is it extraterrestrial or is it something that was made by the white hats or the cabal or something? Okay,
Yeah.
let's see. Cut already. 11 of wands. Hmm. Oh, interesting.
Hmm.
So these were being used by the cabal. I believe they were some type of surveillance, maybe even being used for like mind control. Maybe they would go to, but anyways, they were being used by the cabal, and this is why one's been apparently it got zapped by power lines. And if these things were created by the good ETs, then how could they make a mistake like that? You get electrocuted and then fall from the sky. That's because the cabal is losing now, so they're losing the ability to control their tech.
Ah,
So they were being used by the cabal. This is something that they've been working on for a long time to try to uh, clear these things out. Oh, and they're repurposing them to be used for good. This is a lot like what I got with the chemtrails. That the chemtrails you see now are being repurposed for the good. So all of this, all of these tools that the cabal had it's just like a sword or a gun. It can be used for good or for evil. And all of these tools are being turned around now, like the chemtrails. And by the way, this reminds me of a chemtrail, this cloud with the cup coming out of it. And I was talking about chemtrails earlier.
mhm.
These things have been turned around and are now being used for the good of mankind because we have the sun as the outcome. I just want to reiterate this once again. I feel people for I feel sorry for people like my friend Eric who only see the dark. Well, he does see the light side too. He thinks that we're going to win this, but they focus on this dark side. Here's the good thing about that. For every Eric out there, each one of us who believes that we are winning, that we are going into a golden age of peace and prosperity, our manifestation of capabilities, power is 10 times greater than theirs. All right. So
Um,
we just need more of we just need a few more of us than there are of them. And I keep talking to him, and when I do tell him the things that I see that make me believe that we're on the positive timeline, he can see them when I point them out. But then the next day he'll send me some other video about some dark timeline stuff that's going on.
well, at least he's willing to listen, and he'll get there. Might
Well,
be
I
slow.
you know what's going to convince him is when I move into my new house that is going to be provided to me through the ICO. Um,
Definitely.
and we talked about this. I said, Eric, when this happens, this is going to shut you up. And he hasn't been negative. He hasn't been scoffing at this idea. He hasn't been calling me naive or he's been pretty nice about it. And he's open to the idea, but he's also cynical. And this skepticism is okay when you need to be convinced of something, when something, especially something extraordinary, kind of need extraordinary proof, right? But being cynical and just saying everyone's bad, there are no good people, there is no good in the world, we can't do that. So when this happens for me, then I can say, look, Eric, here's finally the fruits of our labor are being seen here. And then people like him are going to be able to have something to latch onto to believe in. Okay, so let's see. I did the Bugosphere. That kind of surprised me. I don't know. I kind of thought it was going to be good ETs, but they are now. They may have started off as being used by the Black Hats and the Archons. Yeah, Honey keeps selling this too. That's why I wanted to meet Honey in the first place. And by the way, Honey and I came to these conclusions independently before we ever met. And then anytime that Honey and I were together and I would do readings on the same things that she was reading on or getting her messages on, I always got the same thing that she got. Okay, so let me come up here to Serena has a question. I feel like I'm going through some kind of spiritual burnout. Could you please ask the cards what's going on? Well, for one thing, Serena, and you probably know this because I'm sure you're up on this, is the astrology right now is crazy. Four
Mm.
planets in retrograde. And by the way, I'm not an expert on astrology. I'm just repeating things I heard. I follow DNA DNA activation is a astrologer on YouTube. I post his stuff on my Telegram. Go to my Telegram channel, listen to him. Anyways, I'm sure, Serena, that what you're feeling is these four planets in retrograde plus, see if I can remember it correctly, Saturn, Saturn and Neptune are in conjunction. And those two being in conjunction like that brings up a lot of uh, our shadows and confronts us with our opposites. So I think this is why Eric is in my life right now because he triggers me. And then I'm learning to control my emotions because it makes me angry. Some of the things he says make me angry. And so I'm learning that when somebody triggers you like this, there's something in you that needs to be looked at. Right. All right.
Right.
So, Serena, check into the astrological effects of the four planets in retrograde right now. Go listen to DNA activation videos on my Telegram channel. But I'm going to see if there's something particularly for you about this spiritual burnout you're feeling. And by the way, a lot of people are feeling this, and this is a time to be going introspective, right? But let's see what the cards say for you in particular, Serena. What's your challenge? That's going to be the card in the middle here. By the way, this is a part of leveling up. Okay, what's it called? Ascension symptoms. We may feel disconnected from our higher self at this time, or I'm sorry, you are for you. This is um, a disconnect from your higher self in order for you to face these feelings and get more grounded. So it's important at this time that you spend a lot of time in nature. This is going to help you with this. Okay. You have a lot of emotions coming up. It's actually a lot of feelings and that are coming from your um, ancestral DNA. Okay. In your case, Serena, this is a lot of your mitochondrial DNA that's come down from your on your mother's side that has to be like acknowledged and then cut loose, and then you cut yourself loose from it. So yeah, what is it? Uh, Genetic memory, right? So in your case, this is genetic memories going back on your mother's line, and and you're a little bit cut off right now from your higher self and from your guides, but that's because you need to work through these things and in the 3D world. So it's recognizing these things that have been passed down through the mitochondrial DNA and from your mothers, and their memories, like genetic memories.
Hmm.
And you're integrating. So it's shadow integration, and by doing this, by purging ourselves of these, and integrating them, accepting them, uh, then we're able to then move on, or you are. Okay, so shadow integration. That's what's going on with you, Serena. So we'll pass. It's you can help this by grounding yourself and spending time in nature. Okay, I hope that helped. Arlene's got a question for the cards. How does the heart brain coherence September training with and Joe Dispenza online meditations look that I am offering? Oh, okay. Yeah, so for those of you who don't know, Arlene is a light worker and she's doing classes.
Yeah, she's up there in Calgary, Alberta, Canada.
Oh, thanks for that. How does the heart brain coherence September training and Joe Dispenza online meditation look that I'm offering? All right, if you want to learn more about this, you can go into my Telegram channel. Arlene is just add Arlene to your contacts and contact her directly on Telegram. But I know this is part of her life's work that she's doing here to be of service to people, and she's working with Joe Dispenza, Dr. Joe Dispenza. I have to say, I don't know a lot about him. I know a little bit about his philosophy. I know that he healed himself of a back injury through his own manifestation, which is really amazing. Okay, so this is Arlene's online workshop with Joe Dispenza. All right. So, little known fact with the devil is when someone has a message of liberation and they're able to share that message and relieve people of a lot of burden. Wow. I see the Eight of Wands. So we all carry with us this a lot of heaviness from our childhood, from society, from not fitting in with society. From we suffer rejection because we are in closer touch with source and with spirit. And something about this workshop that she's doing will help us to will lift that. So you see where this guy has carries such a burden, spiritual burden, and then the Eight of Wands lifts that all away. uh, One of the key words for the devil is liberation. We're able to break the chains. If you look at this, you see this is the human race in chains, and we're able to break that spell that the world has over us. It's this desire for the material world. That's what the devil represents. And when it comes up like this, and it's showing that you have the ability to break those chains. This is a great responsibility, by the way, Arlene, with the 10 of Wands. I know that, like I said, like I mentioned, this is really your life's purpose. And I would say that it's going to be a great success. There's going to be a lot of people coming with you. We got all these cards that are dealing with betrayal and heaviness, sadness, and by taking that away, there's going to be celebrations for it. So I'd say it's going to be a lot of hard work too, Arlene. It's not going to be. This is something that drains the people who are doing the class, the people who are taking on the responsibility. It's very draining on you, Arlene. So it's important that you recharge your soul, recharge your energy, um, so you're able to do that. Okay. All right. Well, I think I'm going to end it for today. I covered the things I wanted to talk about, the Bugosphere and the war in Iraq, and I appreciate you being here, Cherie.
No, thank you for having me again, Scott.
No problem. You're a big help to me.
I'm glad I can
Wish
help out.
I wish I was better at presenting the things on YouTube. I'm not used to working on the laptop. I'm used to doing everything on my phone when I look up something. But
Well,
anyways,
everything.
that's it for now. Uh, just want to say this once again that we are on the positive timeline. That
Amen.
whenever we see things like this that look like a setback, like this war in between Thailand and Cambodia, and it's been tragic. Innocent people have lost their lives, um, children and people just trying to live their life. They don't deserve this, but it's part of what happens when you're in a war, I guess. All right, thank you all for being here, and I'll see you next week. Sheree, you hang out for a minute so we can chat.
Okay, sure will. Thanks everybody for being here tonight.
Bye bye.